to say pranams to you all, our Guruji Ramana sir, our Grandmaster Mahesh Bhatriji, our great Grandmaster Mahavatar Bapuji, to all the great Grandmasters up to the beginners. So today's topic is MOUNA. We have Arunachaleswari madam here. So madam is a related speaker from Dallas, Texas. So madam was born deeply in a family deeply devoted to Srimad Ramana Maharshi. She grew up with the atmosphere of bhakti and meditation, making spirituality a natural and integral part of her life. So her inner journey took a transformative turn in the year 2002, where she discovered the PSSM through YouTube video just before Patriji's Mahasamadhi. Her first experience with the Anapanasati meditation sparked a profound inner shift, igniting a deep connection with Patriji and his teachings. So, guided by the dreams and spiritual experiences, she continues to feel his loving presence and wisdom in her life. So, she considers it a great blessing to serve PSSM, which has given her a platform to express her creativity and offer her services to larger spiritual family. So, Madam is also a joyful mother of two beautiful children. So, both radiant souls walking their own paths. So, and shares her journey with her husband. So, Sari is also a dedicated master. So, Sari is also actively involved in various spaces and projects. So, that is a brief introduction about guest here today. So, over to you, Madam.
Thank you, Lokesh, for the introduction. Thank you, everyone here. So, today we are going to talk about MOUNA. My heartful pranams to our beloved Patriji. So, before we speak about MOUNA, silence, let us feel it. Let's all close our eyes for 2 minutes. You don't need to watch your breath. You don't need to chant any name. You don't need to imagine anything. Just close your eyes, relax yourself, and see what's happening inside you. Feel yourself. Completely relax yourself. Relax all the muscles from head to toe. There should not be any tension in yourself. And feel the inside you. Try to feel the silence inside you. Last 30 seconds. Keep observing. Feel the energy inside you. Last 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly open your eyes, masters. So we were not doing anapanasati. We were not doing anything. We were just sitting still, closing our eyes and observing inside us. How did you all feel? Does anybody want to share? If possible, all of you please open your cameras, turn them on if possible. If not, that's fine. But I would love to see you all. So if someone wants to share, give me just a second. My laptop. Yes, masters. I'm sorry, I had to turn off the sound in my laptop. So, how did you all feel? Okay. So, the reason I made you all sit in silence for a couple of minutes is because even when we do anapanasati, most of us close their eyes and they directly go on observing the breath. That is not needed. You have to first sit relaxed, sit in the posture of anapanasati, and first observe in yourself how are you feeling. Sometimes many of us directly get connected even before observing the breath. So you should first feel if you are seeing any colors, if you are just going into deep silence, or if you are seeing any visions even before going to the breath. This is the important first step to follow. And then when you feel like you're getting thoughts, then you go back to your breath. Otherwise, if you're peacefully able to sit in that silence, you can just continue that. So for me, when I got to know about Anapanasati, I even before I went to my breath, I was connected in meditation. Only when on few days when I have more thoughts, that's when I go back to the breath. Then I checked with many masters and they said, yes, that's how you should do. So anyway, the today's topic, MOUNA. We have we have had many sages in our Hindu dharma who discovered truth. I'm sorry, masters, if my tone is not very clear. I've been meditating for the past few days and I was not talking much. My throat is not very clear. So we have had many sages who discovered the highest truth, and they discovered it not by speaking. They discovered it by becoming still in themselves, by quieting their mind. And we all know Mauna does not mean talking, it means not leaking our energy through unnecessary movements of our body, or unnecessary words, or unnecessary thoughts, unnecessary reactions. When you stop that, when you start being conscious, you are in Mauna. Because when you sit in Mauna, when you just sit in silence, and when the silence deepens, then the truth reveals itself. As we all know, Ramana Maharshi, he meditated. He was always in silence. And even when he came out of meditation and when he started living in Ramanashramam. Even there, he spoke very little, very few words. The sadhaks who came to him, people who came with lot of questions in their mind, they wanted to get those cleared from him. They wanted to get the answers from Ramana Maharshi. They came, they sat in his presence, and all their questions dissolved without him even uttering a word. That's the power of silence. Because he has done that much sadhana, his presence itself is so powerful that in silence, their questions were answered or their questions were dissolved. So, in short, silence is the most powerful teaching that he took it as a teaching, Ramana Maharshi. So, what do we do here? We return from mind to awareness, from noise to presence, from ego to our being. This is what happens when we are in that awareness. We also know, but Buddha, he spoke only when it was needed. And even Patriji, he said, he taught us that meditation is the science of silence. In fact, Patriji has encouraged, I have not met him personally any time. When spoke to many pyramid masters, they have told me that Patriji used to encourage being MOUNA at least one day in a week. He himself followed that, not just one day in a week. He has followed it for many days, where he would not, he, even though he was in MOUNA, he used to go attend sessions. He used to take sessions. He used to make people take sessions and he would sit beside them and guide them through his gestures, or probably he used to write on a notepad. So, how much awareness it takes for you to do all your chores, all your work without opening your mouth? And let's now understand why silence is essential for our spiritual growth. As I have told you, silence is not uh, avoiding words, it is to stop the unconscious actions. And when we do that, it stops our energy leakage. When we talk unnecessarily, when we think unnecessarily, when we react, those are energy leakages. Every unnecessary word leaks energy. Every reaction drains our energy. It should always be a response, not a reaction. And when we speak less, we think if it is necessary, we gather energy and our aura strengthens, our meditation deepens. So, silence is energy conservation. It dissolves the ego. Because if you have observed, when people talk, when they are narrating something, they say, I think, I feel, I know this. But when you're in silence, that ego has nothing to hold on to. It slowly dissolves. And silence heals without effort. Like when you sit in meditation, or let's say if you are in MOUNA, and um, let's say you chose a day in a week to be MOUNA. And on that day, you're doing everything, all the works, but you're not speaking. You're silent. And let's say on that day, if you're meditating also, so much energy gets gathered. After meditation, in normal days, when you speak, your energy is going out, right? But on the day when you're not speaking and meditating, where is all that silence going? The energy goes inwards and then it starts repairing your body, or it starts, healing wherever the healing is required, physically or in any layer of your body. That's how that energy works. Your body repairs itself. I'm telling in a physical body level, but so much happens when that energy that is formed due to your meditation and silence, it goes inwards and does miracles. Your emotions settle down. So many miracles happen. So much healing happens. So it works like a medicine. And with that energy, you start aligning yourself with your higher consciousness. And as you go in deeper and deeper in that silence, deeper and deeper in your meditation, you will start getting guidance from inside. You will start connecting with your higher consciousness. Your intuitions start coming. I mean, you will experience it's so graceful flow of that energy happens. So such is the power of silence and going deep into the silence. People, they think just by keeping quiet, by not talking, it is MOUNA. But that's not actually MOUNA. If you're not talking but you're thinking so much, or if you're angry on somebody, that's like your energy is again draining. You're very noisy inside yourself. So you have to be aware that you have to silence your mind as well. So meditation along with MOUNA helps. Means it does not mean you just have to sit in that posture and meditate. Even when you're doing your works, you have to remain yourself in that state, meditative state. Like you speak. I have two kids. I have to speak. I have to work. You speak only when it is required. You think only when it is necessary. So our actions need to be done only when it is needed. Otherwise, it's again energy leakage. Buddha said, right speech begins with the right silence. So that's a very beautiful quote by him. Silence is not like disconnection from the world, it is connecting with yourself at a deeper level of life. Because we are all meditators, we know how we receive and we share energies in meditation. So as we go deeper, we are connecting more and more with ourselves. Only when we are completely connected with ourselves can we connect well in our relationships. Because if you do not have a beautiful connection and relationship with yourself, you do not know how to treat others. Actually, there are no others, they are all your reflections, but that's how it is. So let's see how we can practice this MOUNA in our daily life. Do we still have time? Yeah. First thing should be our conscious speech practice. That is very important because the literal meaning of MOUNA, which everybody knows, is at least stop talking, be silent through your speech. So we should, if we have to speak, we have to be conscious of, we should check these three questions before speaking. Is it necessary to speak? And is it kind? That which I am going to speak, is that a kind thing? Is that a kind word? And the third is it true? What I'm speaking, is it true? These three things we need to check. Is it necessary? Is it kind? Is it true? So if the answer is yes, then you speak. And if the answer is no, then being silent is wiser. So this is one thing about conscious speech. Second one is, let's choose one day of Mauna in a week. It's not a rule to do that, but it's like a gift to yourself, right? It's like you're gifting yourself abundant of energy. It's practicing. Slowly, slowly, you will get to a stage where you don't need to strictly follow Mauna. You are always like that. So, at least if we choose one day in a week, we become more aware of our actions. We go more inward. We become more conscious and aware of ourselves, our speech, or the thoughts and everything. So, uh, this will let you understand how much energy you are saving, how much peaceful your mind is becoming on that day. Give me one, sorry, 1 second, masters. I need to check the battery. Um, um, so even in our meditations, our thoughts, getting thoughts is okay, but observing the silence in between the thoughts is important. When we keep observing those gaps between them, the gap is Mauna. You should stay there. You, when you're walking, just observe yourself. How peaceful are you inside yourself? With how much silence are you walking? When you're eating, are you completely enjoying your food? Are there any thoughts running in your mind? When you're watching nature, are you watching it silently? Are you observing the silence? Are you feeling that energy in the nature? Because these are all things, if we practice in our daily life, they become easy it becomes easy to, follow Mauna. So as you keep doing this, your thoughts will slowly, naturally go down, and you'll get more clarity in yourself. You'll be more in the present. So, yeah, those are the points that I wanted to share, masters. It's like, it's not, you do not have to become silent forever, but you must know the silence. Because once you touch that silence, you will carry it everywhere. So, thank you so much